Okay, so, hi guys, I'm Brick. We're back in Dungeon World. When we left off...
We're live?
We're live! When we left off...
I don't have a shirt on.
It's not... When we left off, they were on their 2-day journey back from the Watchtower, where they successfully exploded a room full of maggots in a way that I wasn't ready for, but adapted! Now...
Look, I'm not going to go down there. I'm burning them all.
As the three of you enter or move towards the city, the guards on the wall give a wave to the Paladin, Gregor, and allow you into the city with no one bugging you. As you walk in, another man in armor begins walking towards Gregor and approaches him and reaches his arm up to give him a bear hug and says, "Hello, my brother!"
Oh, I thought he was going to high-five him.
No, that's Gideon.
Eiffel Tower.
And says, "Hello, my brother," and moves to embrace you.
Is he a higher-up guy?
He's a paladin, just like you. In fact,
Okay.
when you see him walking up, you realize his name is Rory, and he is
Rory.
one of the Radiant Knights. In fact, he is the only other man that survived the Righteous Crusade
With you.
with you. He was there on the front lines 5 years ago.
Whoa.
Rory.
What? It's old Rory.
He's your brother. He's
thought he
been a stalwart.
died.
No. No, he's been a stalwart. He's been a steady friend of yours.
We never saw each other since after the battle. I left him to die. He was alive, but I left him there.
But we were in different divisions of the city guard. I defended the east, and he defended the west. And I never saw him. And now he's alive. No,
He's alive.
no. You guys have been assigned together. You've grown
Okay.
close after that battle, being the only two survivors of your Radiant Knights company. And he embraces. He comes up and says, "Hello, my brother. Welcome back," and gives you a big bear hug. And says,
Yeah,
"How was it? Were there any of those blasted zombies there?"
Undead.
yeah, there was this big guy.
He calls them zombies.
Oh, okay.
What was this
Yeah.
guy's name again?
Rory.
Rory?
See, look at Byron fucking taking notes and shit. All
Whoa,
right.
whoa.
I haven't taken a single note this whole time. I'm going to do it in
Well,
post.
I've known Rory for years, so
Yeah.
I don't have to write this down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Brother,
Yeah.
how was it? What was there? Did you kill those blasted zombies?
I tell him that there was this big guy.
You recount the
Biggest-
whole thing?
Huh?
You recount the whole thing to him?
Yeah, recount the whole thing. I just remind him it was like that time we were killing that zombie bear.
The zombie bear.
That one time.
There are no
And he's
zombie
like,
bears.
Oh right. Those were the times.
There are no zombie bears.
But he knows
we
how
called,
crazy
we
he is.
called it the zombie
And-
bear. It's an inside thing.
Rory kind of holds you at arm's length the entire story with one arm on your shoulder, and as you say zombie bear, his face kind of screws up like that didn't actually happen. And then you get to the you reach the part with you splitting the zombie or the undead in half, and he goes, "Ha! Ah, you haven't changed a bit, have ya?" And then you continue, and you begin to explain how the maggots came out. He's like, "I have seen those bugs before. They're blasted, those things. They spread around everyone. They'll eat you alive just as quickly as you can think." And then you mention that they exploded. And a look of surprise goes over Rory's face and says, "Really? Well, that is both great and terrifying news, because the last time I dealt with those blasted things, I had a torch in my left hand. I'm really glad I didn't drop that torch now. That's good information, thank you. I'll bring it back to the Order. I have to go, but maybe I'll see you around the city." And he clasps you. He's like a boom on your shoulder and turns to walk away.
Bye, Rory. Nice meeting you.
You guys introduced each other and met each other. Don't worry about that. As Celian says, "See you later, Rory." He kind of
Wait, you just said that we introduced to ourselves? Because I didn't.
Okay,
Go on, introduce.
we're doing a little rewind. Back to where he talked about the torch things. He's like, well, who are these two?
My friends.
Who are these two?
Yes, a friend of Gregor's. My name is Nathaniel Frederick. It's a pleasure to meet you, fine sir.
I question it and be like, oh, what do you mean? You're one dig.
Thelian. I am Thelian of Eldora.
Wonderful to meet. It's wonderful to meet you two. Very well met. Did you travel with him to fight these wretched undead?
That we did.
Oh yes, completely.
Should have seen me. I was a magnificent fighter.
Damn, dude. That's some cocky shit. You didn't even ask. You just stated it. Like if someone came out, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, I'm great at guitar.
You should have seen that fight I was in earlier.
Okay. And then he says, well, I'd love to stay and chit-chat, but I have to get back to work. I'll talk to you later. And he turns around and he gives a little wave and, walks off into the distance. So are you guys going to head to an inn? Are you going to go buy things from the shops?
I would like to replenish my rations.
Okay.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, well, you're in a town. You can go to the market.
Does that cost anything?
Does it cost money?
Yes.
I think it costs a couple of coins.
Let's see.
Well, we need to check how much that.
Where's the...
Yeah, let's go to the market then. Market.
All right.
To the market.
You guys are heading to the market. What do you want to buy?
Ranches.
I mean, no, I need to replenish my dungeon rations. I think I'll just grab like another 5 thing is what you're supposed to get or something.
Another stack of dungeon rations?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 uses is 3 coins and weighs 1.
Okay.
So you spend 3 coins. Now, as you're all walking together, correct?
Nah, I go off on my own.
Okay, smart.
What's smart?
Okay.
I was about to do something.
Wait. I want to sell my chainmail.
Okay.
Can I do that?
See, we're going to completely different places.
You're just dumping the chainmail?
Yeah.
Where did you get the chainmail from?
From starting out.
No, I'm asking
Asking you.
lore-wise. You fucking
Oh,
god. You were born with it? Like...
Came out of the womb, just full chainmail.
Made out of
That's
pure gold.
the most painful birth I can possibly imagine.
First words are, I'm a pretty good fighter.
I don't know. I didn't even want it. I just found it somewhere.
You didn't win it off of
That's
killing
some
someone
guy.
or anything like that? Yeah. Okay, never mind.
wanted-
You
I
found... No,
wanted-
it's too late. You found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was carrying it around with me to sell.
Okay.
You should buy like a leather vest or something.
Yeah.
Get at least something.
I was gonna ask about that. So how much is the chainmail?
It is 10 coin.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So you go ahead and gain 10 coin, and you lose 1 weight. Quick side note, guys. I just found how armor works. So,
Wait, you weren't doing it right?
no, let's talk about this really quick.
Okay.
Just some little things. Little things about including how a shield works.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we was doing this wrong for a while. Anything with armor is going to do what we've been saying it does. But if you're wearing 2 different things that have armor, only the highest value counts. They don't stack.
Oh.
But something with plus armor, like a shield, stacks.
Oh.
So that armor is added. So, like in any situation, Brandon, with that shield, you're going to have your body's armor and plus 1 armor.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Otherwise,
And
it's
now,
just my...
now let's talk really quickly about what clumsy does.
Alright.
You don't have to worry about it, correct,
I
Thelian?
think both of us don't.
Neither of us. Yeah.
Neither you worry about clumsy. Okay,
Yeah.
well, if one dig ever wanted to wear clumsy, it gives you -1 ongoing when you're wearing something clumsy.
Oh, really?
So for every roll?
Yeah, for everything.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
You just get shit on if you wear clumsy and can't. It's essentially to make it so like light classes can't stack heavy armor.
Yeah. Like I couldn't put that on because I have nothing to remove clumsy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up. That is the rules for armor. Okay, so you go ahead and sell your chainmail.
Can I see what else is on sale? What's...
Yeah, go ahead.
What's
In
there?
just a regular market, you will find adventuring gear, which is the mundane items. It's 20 coins for 5 uses. You can find some bandages, which it requires, you have to have a few minutes to do this, but you can heal 4 damage from someone and expend a use. It has 3 uses for 5 coin. We have poultices and herbs, which we've, have we talked about what those are?
No.
It's the same exact thing, but it's 2 uses and 7 damage. Healed.
Okay.
And it's
Healing
also, it
potion.
costs 10 coins. Healing potion is 50 coins, weighs nothing, and it can be done in battle. And it can either remove 10 damage or remove a debility. So if you get weakness or something like that, you can get rid of that.
That's the healing potion?
Yeah, that's what a healing potion does. It's much more expensive. It's 50 coins.
So what does the poultices nerf do again?
It's like a
It's-
weaker,
you-
just straight health.
Has to be done outside of combat or with a
Okay.
few minutes break. It heals 7 damage, and it
just a
has
better
2
bandage.
uses.
Okay.
Okay, we have the keg of Dwarven Stout that you can buy, which is when you open a keg of Dwarven Stout and let everyone drink freely, take +1 to your carouse roll, which is when you're trying to like find information and stuff like that. And if you drink a whole keg yourself, you are very, 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 very drunk. There's no... It's 4 weight also. It's a keg.
Okay, yeah.
There's a bag of books, which just... I love the bag of books.
How
Costs
much is
10
the
coin.
keg?
Keg is 10 coins for 4 weight. The bag of books is probably my favorite item. 5 uses, 10 coins, 2 weight. And it's a bag of books containing just the right book for the subject you're spouting lore on.
Oh.
You can consult the book, mark off the use, and take +1 to your spout roll.
I like
So it
it.
will help you spout roll. And then you get to like, hey, what's the book about? And you get to read me a small passage for your spout lore. There's antitoxin, which, you know, cures of poison.
Uh-huh.
Dungeon rations, got it. There is the personal feast, which I feel like Juandi will be very interested to hear about, which is literally the same thing as dungeon rations. But you only get 1 use, and it's 10 coins rather than 3 coins.
What?
It's just a feast
It's
rather,
just a
rather than
feast.
rather than
Does
disgusting
it
dungeon
allow,
rations.
like, all of us to just use that feast and
Nope. It's just
It's
Personal.
personal feast.
it's just a really, really nice dinner for
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
Rather than eating crackers. There's dwarven hardtack, but that requires dwarf, so forget it. Elven bread is not being sold here, and
Oh.
neither is a halfling's pipe.
Dang.
But
then...
you
Can
might find
I
these.
sell my short sword and buy a dagger?
Both of your weapons? You're selling both of your weapons?
No, I want to have 2 daggers instead of a short sword and a dagger.
Oh, I thought you said, can I sell my short sword and dagger?
No, a short sword for a dagger.
Yeah, okay. Daggers are extremely cheap. So you can sell your short sword for 8 coin, and you can buy a dagger for 2.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so you're going to a weapons merchant?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're off on your own, correct?
Yeah, I'm totally doing my own
Okay,
thing.
you walk into the merchant's building, and the door creaks
Yeah,
open.
wow.
He's not outside like everyone else, because he's selling weapons, and that's just a dangerous game. He wants to be able to guard his stuff a little more carefully than that. You walk in, and a hunchbacked old man looks at you and says, "Hey, you looking to kill something?" I'm just kidding. Come on in. And he gives a welcoming arm into his shop. What you'll be needing today?
Is there any way, like, I don't know if I just have any moves that I can use here. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything.
I don't think
that
you have
can
any
use.
barter or anything like
Yeah, I
that.
don't
right?
have any like barter or anything. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm looking to sell this here
You can
short
use
sword
supply.
and pick myself up another dagger. More my style.
Aye, that's very understandable. You look like a small man and you already have 1 dagger. It's 2 is definitely better than 1. Am I right? Am I right?
Exactly, my man.
Excellent. Well, I'll take that short sword off your hands. I can always use more of these. And here is your dagger and 6 coin to go with that.
But he kind of holds them in front of you, but as you reach, he kind of pulls them back. But
I may have something better that you may be interested in.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
and he pulls out from underneath his counter that he's behind a jeweled dagger. You're not there, Thelian. Keep it in your pants.
Is it made
It's-
out of oil?
Is it me? He pulls it out and says, and flips it in between his fingers with a lot more dexterity than he thought of this old hunchbacked man.
And says, this dagger is made of old elven steel.
Hell.
Stop.
I hear on the wind.
Oil!
Elvin. Oil.
What is that? Stops flipping in his hands for a moment, listens for more voices. Stops and continues flipping it.
They say it can pierce any armor, but it'll cost you a little more than
How
6
much?
gold. Well, I could part with it for 150 coin. But you seem like the kind of type who buys daggers, and the kind of type who buys daggers seem to be into a little bit more unsavory business. What do you say we strike a deal?
What kind of deal?
Ha! There's a man just across town. He owes me a lot of money, the blacksmith. I paid him very much for this shop. It used to be his, but he decided he'd rather forge weapons than sell them. But he's yet to pay me. And yes, I understand now that he's gotten very rich. His name, Roderick. Roderick the blacksmith. Roderick the great blacksmith of Rokan, as they call him. Pah! He spits on the ground. He lives in a great house now, in the center of town. 3 stories high. And I want my money back.
So, are you looking to just collect or a little extra?
I want it all if you can take it. Whatever you can carry.
How much am I looking for?
He owes me about 3,000.
A hefty sum. Worthwhile.
It's nothing
Oh.
to him. He will probably have more. But I only need my 3,000 if you understand me. And if you bring that back to me, you can keep whatever's there. And you can take this.
And he stops flipping the dagger and holds it in his hands.
Do we have a deal?
And he holds his hand out with a question at the end of the word, almost looking for your name.
We have a deal, and my name is Juandig.
Oh, damn, he used his real name! Oh, shit! And his bony fingers collapse around yours and shake. And you walk back out of the... he also leaves you... He leaves you the second dagger, of course.
Yeah.
And you leave with 6 coin rather than 8. The regular purchase still happened. Okay, so Thelian, Gregor, are you still traveling together?
Of course.
Yeah, we're like pals.
Yeah,
We're brothers.
we're buddies. We're pals. We're
Okay,
fight
so what are you
pals.
guys up to?
I am looking for them, by the way.
I want to get those. Well, I want to get those books that you're. Well, actually, no.
You were just thinking.
You're a fighter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want a bag of books.
Well, exactly.
So I can
I wouldn't.
smash them.
I wouldn't know anything.
I want to punch them in the face with
I
a
bring
photo.
those around.
I'm gonna punch this book to death.
No, actually, I'm not going to do that. I want to look around for like. Well, first I want to look around for like leather armor. Is there any kind of leather armor?
Not really. No. No leather will stop steel.
Okay.
I lied. There's leather armor.
Okay. Good. That's
I
what
looked down
wanted.
as I said that. I'm like, oh fuck, leather, chainmail. It's the same exact properties as chainmail. So would you like to just trade out your chainmail for a leather coat?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. So go ahead and subtract that 10 coin that I gave you earlier, and fuck. There's a couple of choices for you in front of you. There is a hard leather coat with green accents running down the arms.
Ooh.
And then there is a hard, lighter leather, more white leather, with with a hawk painted across the chest.
That's not my sigil, right?
What is your sigil,
Not bad.
Thelian?
It isn't a viper or anything.
Don't make it a fucking viper.
No.
Then the circle jerk will be
Get a
complete.
cobra. Get a cobra.
It'll be a. Let's see. What would be a good fighting one?
A mongoose.
Like a. No, not a mongoose.
Fighting mongooses.
Be a shark.
Cross-
Be a shark.
The cross spears of your house, Thelian.
There you go.
Do you have a last name?
Spears.
Do you have a last name?
Crossed spears. What?
Thelian, do you have a last name?
Nope.
Alien of House
Elves
what?
don't have last names.
House what?
Not in my town.
Okay. The cross spears of Thelian and his family.
Of Eldoria.
That's your sigil. So,
Dora.
okay, so you're taking the brown leather with the green
Yeah.
arms. Okay, excellent. I want to paint a picture here. So you throw that on, and as you tap your chest, it goes tick, 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 rather than the soft, couchy sound it made beforehand.
Couchy?
Couchy. I made that word up. Gregor. I literally just made that word up.
So it's one weight and one armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gregor,
Um,
would you like to do anything in the market?
I want to replenish my rations.
Okay, so you can only buy them in uses of 5, and it's 3 coin. Is that fine?
And does it add up to
It stacks, yeah.
Okay. Well,
But it costs 1 weight, which is why you can't just buy a shitload of it.
right. Okay, so I buy one of those.
Okay,
But
so that
So
leaves you with
I,
8, and 8 rations and 2 weight.
so I don't have any coins. I realize.
Okay. So what are you gonna do about that? You look down at your waist, expecting to see 24 coins, and find nothing.
I say, hey, where'd those coins go?
Oh, I must have dropped them.
That's the logical thought. Yeah,
Shucks. How much was the rations?
3 coins.
Okay, I'll give it to him.
That's what I was gonna say if they had asked me. Oh, you must have dropped them back at the tower.
I mean, you wouldn't immediately assume that charming, beautiful Huandig is stealing from you.
I'll give you the coin that you need.
I want him to fail at pickpocket. Like after 20 sessions, they're like, oh, "You're a thief!"
They may think something's a little sketchy when
In a moment, yeah.
them when I'm about to.
Byron, you're gonna have to weave a story here.
I know. I'm thinking.
Okay. Because they weren't there for that transgression. So you lend him the coin for rations.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You guys have a great little bromance. It's adorable. Are you guys just locked arms, skipping down the road
Yep.
with a spear and a big ass sword, just ah!
A shield.
Okay.
Oh man. So I want to. Okay.
Just let me know when I run into them.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Do
getting.
you
ready
need
for it.
anything else, Gregor? Anything else here? Because I was gonna go look for some weapons. I want to see if there are any enchanted weapons around.
Because you're into weapons, I follow you along because I'm curious.
Okay. I want to just go look and see if anyone has any enchanted weapons.
Okay, you can see the sign of the weapon shop in the market. This hanging from one of the buildings across the marketplace. So you start to walk over there, and you see Wandi exit it, and catch your eye. It kind of waves and starts coming towards you.
Hey, what were you doing in there?
Thelian, look.
You look. Okay. I'm looking.
I've got a little job that I think you are perfect for.
Really?
Yes.
Does it involve?
Ben, did the weapon guy tell me give me some details on the blacksmith shop?
It's not the shop that you're going for. It's his home.
It's home.
Well, I guess, does he have a family?
He does have a wife, and they're trying for a child. I don't know why you need to know that.
Gives me some morality, I could
I
have murdered
guess
the
so,
wife.
yeah. The great
Would I assume that the blacksmith is probably at a shop or at home right now?
He during the middle of the day at the marketplace, he's probably at the forge.
Yes. So,
But he,
I say, is there anything worthy to fight?
that's not.
I haven't really proposed it just yet.
Yeah, he hasn't said shit. You're just like, is there something to fight?
Okay, what's your
I need to collect a little bit of money. So, I need you as a bit of muscle.
muscle?
How does your morality feel about collecting? Being a collector there, Thelian.
This guy is
Ability is neutral, so.
I'm asking your character, not. You don't have to worry about your alignment here. Your alignment only is about that one thing. How do you feel about?
Gregor's not around, right?
Gregor is with
right next to
Thelian.
you.
They've
Right
been next
here.
to each
He's
other
right
this
next to
whole
me.
time.
We're
If Gregor's right with us, I thought Gregor went and did
No,
something.
no, definitely not. They're right
But
together.
if Gregor's right with us, I would have said, Gregor, I think you need to head towards the monastery or chapel or whatever and see if they have anything else to give us after our successful mission.
What do you do, Gregor?
Yeah, I say good idea.
Now you're fucking Cockney. Like what? Okay, so are you headed down? Are you headed over to the headquarters of the righteous whatever the hell? With the holy light
what I see,
is like
yeah.
what was it? The holy light? Is that your order?
Yeah.
That was something like that. We'll go with the holy light.
Yeah.
All right, well then, as he leaves, I would stop Thelian and say, look, I've got a job that I think will benefit the both of us greatly. So, what I need to do is collect a little bit of money. And I think you would like some too.
Okay, you sound a little like William Shatner.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck he talks, so. It's just kind of been changing back and forth. Like, he doesn't even know. He's just fucking... Nobody
Is your
knows.
voice a kaleidoscope? I don't know what's happening.
Look, nobody knows how he really talks.
Okay, Gregor.
He mixes it up.
You're like Peter Baelish. His God.
I guess. I mean,
Great. So, we need to
I got nothing else to do.
we need to go to the home of the blacksmith. And I think he may have something that could be useful to you.
Okay.
So let's go there. And I'm not looking to rough anyone up or potentially get anyone killed. But so let's keep this nice and quiet and do it all clean.
Should we tell the blacksmith that we're heading over there?
If we run into him, that's what I need you for. But I don't think he needs to know.
All right.
Thelian kind of catches on. And he's like, "Oh, this is like a sneak mission." Because you very clearly weren't acting like that previously. He's like, "Oh, we going to the blacksmith house? Are we hanging out? Like, are we collecting Pokemon cards? Like, what are we collecting? Is it fun? Are we collecting fun?" Okay, so
I would like to go with Thalion in tow, go to the blacksmith's house and, scope out the joint, What do I see?
okay, you reach a large, sorry. I don't know why I used I used the exact opposite adjective before I get to the right thing. You reach a large central plaza in the middle of Rokon, and there are some very high-end shops surrounding it. There's an inn, a very nice-looking inn. And then there's a few houses that are for like the wealthy and famous. And you see a large, tall, thin house that belongs. It very obviously is the one that was described to you because it's the only one that reaches a third story in the plaza. And it faces out into this plaza, which is covered in people. It's very full, it's bustling. And guards patrol every so often, as they would with any other place.
So is there can I get around behind? Like, what's this place look like?
There's no alleyway behind. There are alleyways on either side to get behind it, but there's no backyard or anything like that.
Yeah, but would there be is there any windows along the alleyway?
The alleyway does not have a window until it reaches the third floor, which is where it can see over the other buildings. Windows on the sides would be pointless otherwise. It is a rather crowded building in terms of left and right.
All right.
As you're scouting around in the alleyway, what's Thelian doing?
I don't know. I'm just sitting here.
You're just
waiting
standing
for
outside.
something.
You're just standing outside the building.
You keep watch. And
Waiting
did
for
I get a
something to
description
happen.
of the blacksmith? Do I know what this guy looks like?
No, you did not. He is the
You
great
keep
blacksmith
watch.
of Rokon.
Or anybody that could look like a blacksmith, probably wearing a smelting apron or of the such.
Or of the such, which isn't a phrase.
And what happens when I see him? What do I do?
Distract him. Maybe pull him back to his shop. Buy me some time.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, man. Okay. So, what's your plan here?
So
Master Thief Juan Dig.
There's no, like, there's nothing street level for me to enter into this house with, right?
Not besides the front door. Or a window on the front.
What do the windows look like on the third story?
They're square, very classic looking, just like really nice square window, cross in the middle, thin glass, big enough for a person to get through, and the wood would not be strong enough to resist a kick.
Is there a ledge or balcony?
It's pushed in slightly, so you would be able to pull yourself up and pull yourself through the window. But it's not big enough for you to stand on.
How close are the rooftops to the windows?
Just a couple feet above the window.
I would like. Would it be feasible to say grappling hook to the window?
Like pull a hook out of your adventure
out of my pack,
tie it to the rope that you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
would it like shatter a window when I threw it up though?
No, not if you threw it well.
I suppose. Can I see any clear way to get up onto a rooftop?
The alleyway, as you're looking around looking for an alternate way, you realize that the alleyway next to you is thin enough that you can actually press yourself against the walls and pull yourself onto the second story rooftop across from the window.
What time of day is it?
Midday. But it is a very distracted, loud space.
What are the what kind of shape are the rooftops?
Flat. It's a very strange architecture. Rather than the traditional slanted roofs, the places in Rokon are flat and can be walked on. There's actually most of the houses have rooftop patios and things like that.
Do I see any guards that kind of hang out on the rooftops?
There are some scattered across the roofs, but from where you're standing, you can't see whether or not. They tend to stand in the center, so thieves like you can't see them from down below.
Well, then I would just kind of walk back out in the street and take another look from a better advantage.
Okay. As you're looking around, you see that on the rooftop across the plaza, which is rather large, about half a football field's length, there is a guard patrolling back and forth on one of the roofs, looking down at the plaza and looking around.
He's the
only one that seems to be visible.
I don't really want to cause a distraction or anything.
As you're sitting there pondering what to do, Gregor reaches the headquarters of the Holy Light and passes through its great stone and steel archway in front and walks into the chapel, which is a very interesting chapel. It's like, imagine a church chapel, but rather than pews lining this, or rather than like confession booths, there's armory racks of like different weapons, and there's shields mounted on the walls. There's portraits of great heroes in the past, and in the center is a massive statue of a long silver-haired man pointing his sword into the sky, rather than a podium.
Yeah.
You walk in, and you see one of the paladins next to the statue, he has his hands down on a table, looking down at some maps and taking notes. He looks up and says, Gregor, come here. I must speak with you.
So I go over there.
Okay. He says, how are you? How are you, brother?
I'm okay. You know.
Not the best day, but you know.
Could have been better. I was hanging out with my friend Stallion, but I had to come here.
Yeah.
Job. He says, I don't actually think we've met. I've only met you from afar, but I don't think you've met me. I I'm Harrison. And he reaches out to shake your hands. Do you shake?
I'm like, hello, I'm Gregor.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes, I just said that, I know. Anyway, I have come from... Where's your city? What city are you from? What city are you from?
Me?
Yes.
I don't think he's from a city.
I am from Belron, across this great sea of golden grass. I was transferred here after one of the other captains died. I'll be one of your dispatch officers at this point. That's the first word that came to mind. I didn't actually mean to bring in dispatcher again. How did the watchtower go? What was there? Were the reports correct?
Yeah, I tell him the story about everything. The big
And
guy and the...
You reach the end where the explosion happens, and he has the same surprised look as Rory. Wait, really? They explode? I don't know why we never thought of this. We never burned them. We simply killed the one responsible and left. Very few of these large exploding maggoty bastards have really been seen. I should take a note of this. And he writes it down in one of his logs. I'll take this to the scholars later. Thank you very much. I suppose you've earned something for this. This is important. How about some time off? You've been working hard, and I don't know if you've ever taken a vacation after those 5 years since the Righteous Crusade. Why don't you put down the guard's insignia for just a little bit? Stop your watch. And travel a little bit. Go home. Find a girl. Do something.
Respectfully decline.
Before you can even answer, he says, you must do this. You've earned it. And as your superior officer, I demand it. And as he says this, he looks in your eyes, and there's like a small glint of almost like a... It doesn't really seem genuine. But you have nothing to say because he's your superior officer.
Can't I, bargain with him?
Can you what? Parlay?
Wait,
you can only parlay over someone. You have to be... what did you say before that? Barter?
Bargain.
Bargain. There's no bargaining. You're not exchanging things. That's what you can talk to him. But every time, as you try and raise your voice, he puts his voice. I insist, really, do not argue.
Well,
you should take some days.
Close?
Meet a girl.
Well, I don't do that. I don't take days off.
Aye, and that's why you must now. You never have. Everyone else thinks you're insane.
Whoa.
Listen.
Really?
Listen, and he listen, and he kind of gets low with you. Listen. You need to stop for just a moment. Just take a breather. Honestly, you're making the rest of us look a little bad. And he kind of chuckles and says, find a girl. Take a moment. Go get rich off of some adventure. Just don't guard the city. Leave the walls. It's been 5 years since you left this area. Since you left these lands.
How about I'll agree to taking time off, but I'll keep my badge.
You want to keep your... Okay. I understand.
Turn
I
in
understand.
your gun and badge now.
I understand.
You're suspended. You're a loose cannon cop, and I can't
You want to
take
keep
any
your
of it.
symbol of authority. Okay. Okay, I will allow that. You can keep your authority, but please, I beg of you, don't work anymore. Just
Who
take...
is this guy? Who is this guy?
You've been here for 5 years, and I demand it. We're all very worried about you.
Wait,
You just arrived here.
how do you know?
How do you know?
And he just looks
Who
at
tells
you.
this stuff?
Are you asking him this?
Yeah.
Everyone, all the captains, look, it doesn't matter. I'm your superior officer. I demand it. Go.
I ask who said him.
He turns back to the table and says, I don't have time for this. I need to take this information you've given me. And just picks up the book and walks away.
I want to follow this guy.
As you follow, he closes the door behind him. Not noticing you were trying to follow.
Okay, is there any other paladins I can talk to? Nearby?
The front area is actually empty right now. There's no sort of mass or
There's no one
congregation
here.
right now. You're just in a big empty room.
Okay, so I go over to one of the weapon racks and check out what's there.
It's all just base regular weapons. If you really just want to like switch out your sword for something else, all it'll change is the descriptive text.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather have something besides a sword?
No, I think I'm okay.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Like, oh.
A sword or a hammer is what a paladin should wield.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been not dismissed, not dishonorably or anything. You're just taken. They want you to take a vacation. This Captain Harrison. But you get to keep your badge and you still get to have authority.
Yeah. That's what I
They
wanted.
just want. He essentially asks you to leave the city.
Uh-huh.
Brandon's depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Sure.
you haven't left your duties for since the 5 years of the war. You just since the war you've been on duty for 5 years. Haven't taken a day for rest. Haven't taken a personal moment. You are so dedicated in your duty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that something your character would do? I kind of just threw that in there.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Before we go any further, let's actually, you know what? Do you guys want to end session right now? In this brief little suspension moment?
Sure.
I mean, I suppose.
Okay. Tell you what. We're going to let Juan Dig scouted the area. Would you like to wait till nightfall or go now?
Well, one last thing.
Okay.
Does it look like anybody is inside?
Not at the moment.
And there's no way for me to go up to the front door without like anybody seeing me.
People would see you, but you don't know if they would think anything of it. You could do it quiet or like quickly to try and avoid being seen. That sort of thing.
Act like you belong, you know?
Well, I mentioned to Thalion, like, are there any kind of just like fruit carts or something around?
In this main plaza, no. This is a plaza for meeting.
Hey, cabbage carts?
Those are all in the market.
Are there any kinds of things that could be tipped over?
There is one fruit cart. Just about a quarter turn from you in the plaza.
What kind of fruit are
Say
we
to
talking?
Thalion,
selling fresh
I'm
strawberries.
I'm going to get in there, but I need a distraction. Could you perhaps accidentally trip and collapse into that fruit cart and maybe cause a little commotion and draw a lot of eyes?
Why am I doing this for you?
Exactly.
Because he promised.
I promised
Oh,
to get
okay,
you a
no,
little something.
Thalion turns and asks, why am I doing this for you? What could be worth this?
This guy is a blacksmith. He's apparently very rich. So either I can collect for you perhaps some weaponry or armor, or plenty of gold to go purchase some of your own, perhaps from this same blacksmith.
Hold on, I got this internal conflict going on.
I'm putting it all out there for you, my friend.
I need to figure out
My friend.
I need to figure out if that would be worth it. If it would be worth the moral.
Look,
You're neutral.
let me ask you this.
I know, but
How much is one coin to you? Now,
Wait, you're gonna give me one.
now, how much is 1,000?
1,000, you say?
Do
Now,
we have
how much
limits
is
to our bag
potentially
space?
10,000?
Not with coin. Coin weighs 0.
What?
What is
10,000?
what?
This
not
guy
sure why.
is apparently very rich. I'm supposed to collect a measly 3,000. I'm imagining quite a bit more in a potential safe.
A safe. How do you build a safe in fantasy times?
A locked room, if you will.
Thalion looks puzzled. What the fuck is a safe?
What is
This
this?
is
Safe from what?
not from me.
All that I need to do is get inside and infiltrate undetected like.
Okay.
All you need to do is cause a little commotion and keep an eye out.
All right, I'll do it, but you know, with this struggle in me.
I'm doing this with the internal struggle.
You don't feel good about it, but you do it nonetheless.
Yeah, I feel
This guy is a little sleazy, if that makes you feel better.
Okay,
He's not too reputable, if you will.
You're just making things up.
Hey, you know, whatever.
That's
Yeah, it sounds good.
I'm a sweet talker, if you will.
if you will, if I may, my buddy.
My good man.
As of such, like what's
Ipso facto.
it's ipso, isn't it? Ipso facto. Okay, before you make this move, I'm gonna freeze the scene with Wandig smirking and turning towards the door,
Hundig.
saying Quandig lowly to himself. Thelian moving his way towards the fruit cart a little slower than normal because he feels some small regret about what he's going to do next. And Gregor leaving the Paladin's building with a small taste of annoyance and confusion in his mouth. Obviously, from how he was reacting to what I did. I freeze the scene and I say, end of session. So, as we end session, we have some things we must take care of.
Couldn't let me fulfill my alignment before the end of session.
Nope.
God.
Nope. This was an introductory, and it was a really fun introductory. I'm already liking this start a lot more. Honestly, it feels more varied. Let's do some end of session things. So, did we learn something new and important about the world? I'd say we did. We learned that undead maggots explode
Zombies.
when burned.
Zombies have returned.
And also the undead threat is not completely neutralized. As I stated when we were there, those undead were there from 5 years ago. They've just never been... That watchtower was never cleared. I know, that's why I picked 5 years, don't worry. 5 years ago. Did we overcome any notable monsters or enemies? I mean, I would say that fat undead was pretty notable. Yeah, so plus 1 XP. But we did not loot any memorable treasure. As of yet. So plus 2 XP for each of you guys. And then you also get...
1 for just the session.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Yep. So
Nobody fulfilled their alignments or anything, right?
No.
Yeah. No, none of those
You
were
mean
touched.
bonds?
None of those were touched. I mean alignments too. You can... but I
Can
don't think...
fulfill an alignment?
Or
If you follow your alignment-
like if I had actually, if
meaningful
I
way.
had been able to actually infiltrate this place, that's my alignment. So I would have gotten an XP. for
Yeah,
that.
you get...
Oh, so if I defeat a worthy opponent,
yes.
but that zombie wasn't worthy.
You have to defeat it, and you definitely didn't.
Yeah. I defeated that.
I lit it on fire.
But it wasn't a worthy opponent. It was just a zombie.
You poked... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not worthy. It's a fucking undead little shambling bitch. You did like backflips and shit around it. And it's like,
Yeah.
and all it's sitting there shambling going, yeah, that's worthy as fuck.
I was doing cool flips.
And there was no dispensing of law from Gregor.
I had to get him away so he couldn't dispense the law.
That was well done. Anyway, great job, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time.
I'll be watching you.
And I'm done with you people.